What's going on? It's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and right now you're listening to Conrad Cushman and everything pro wrestling.
Not many in this can understand. This the podcast to show you who I am. Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans. Please listen every day to the showcase. The opinions and knowledge that anyone can take. Showing you how it is done. Proving I am number one. What a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans. Not many who's here can understand everything pro wrestling. It can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes.
Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by the one and only Derek. We are here to review AEW Dynamite for January 19th, 2022. Do me a favor, spread the word, show us some love, and make sure that you guys keep it tuned in to Everything Pro Wrestling. And right now, we are about to get into the intro from my good friend, Montezi. Let's get it.
Everything pro wrestling can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, it can never be you.
What's going on, everybody? We are here to talk some AEW Dynamite. Lots of exciting things on the horizon tonight, Derek, to talk about.
Absolutely.
How can you guys help out Everything Pro Wrestling? I usually ask for free ways, and here's some of the best ways. You guys can first like the YouTube video. If you're watching live with us right now, we like to do a lot of live reactions, live reviews. So make sure that you guys hit that thumbs up button. Helps more people see it. Gets us in that YouTube algorithm thing that they've got going on there. We want to pop up on those side columns so people fall down that wrestling rabbit hole and they want to watch some Everything Pro Wrestling. Help us out by doing that. Also, if you're listening on the audio versions, Spotify's up right here. You can leave us a 5-star review. Actually, we are one away from Apple Podcasts from having 30 5-star reviews. Who's next? Help a brother out with all of that. Derek, we got some WWE 2K22 news coming tomorrow. Might be trying to cover it. Maybe, hopefully.
We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Derek sounds like a doubter when it comes to this game right now. Come on, look at that. We got the Rey Mysterio Deluxe Edition up right there.
I mean, it's not hard to make a photo look good.
Come on.
Not hard, bro. Not hard.
Always the negative one. There's always got to be one, right?
Just saying, bro. I got high expectations instead of high hopes.
Okay. So for some reason, my phone is like picking up everything that we're saying. Let's get into some of the people who are here in the chat. KJ, Jen Carter, the first one in here tonight, saying, yo. What is going on, KJ? I appreciate you. And I know some people are probably wondering, Conrad, where's your tweet? I did not send one out yet, and I'm going to get ready to send that out now. So if you guys could help Brother Kush out here with a little retweety tweet, if you guys are on Twitter right now, we'll put some hashtags in here in a second. But Derek, I guess I want to kick it to you here in 1 second. Let me give a shout out to E, who said, listen. B-Boy Skyline says he believes the Butcher. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Derek. I'll let you say it. Go ahead.
Butcher?
No. More aggression than that.
The Butcher and the Mother Blade.
I like that he censored himself. Thank you, because he knows it's the first 10 minutes. We'll get into some censorship after that. B-Boy Skyline said also 8 years from now, he sees Brody Lee Jr. versus Brody King. Could happen.
Well, Cody, I think Cody did say something about that.
Could happen.
I heard him say something about 8 years.
Matt Lopez says, good evening, all. What's up, Matt? Man, I'm hyped for that GCW show that's coming up, Matt. I cannot wait for that show. He will be live in attendance. Chucky says, I hate orange juice Cassidy. Come on now, Chucker.
Come on.
Come on, Chuckaroo.
Don't do my man like that.
See, I know those little feet are wiggling when you say that, Chuck. Come on. Gunther, we will not even speak on that. I have no words for that. Like, no, what?
That's horrible.
That's just not even a good name. I don't care who picked it. No. What's the deal, Pickles? Does Lee Johnson have a blind fetish? I don't know what that means. I don't even know where we're going. I'm not here to kink shame anybody. I'm not tiptoeing down that alley. I don't know what that even means. Conrad, what does it say? You pushing that boxing game with the Ducks? Yo, come on now. I am hyped for that ESBC boxing game that's coming out.
That looks dope.
I might have to get that. Where's the AEW wrestling game news? Holla at your boys at Ukes and Kenny Omega. Listen, I don't have it. It ain't me. They call off FTR versus Lee Johnson and Brock. What a shame. Yeah, very, very weird that happened tonight. I forgot all about that match. That was supposed to happen tonight.
Oh, yeah, that was supposed to happen.
Yeah. Wop, wop, wop. What am I doing? I have a sound effect for that. I didn't even notice that.
Well, run it back.
It happens. It happens. And I think my button's stuck, so you guys may hear that later on. But they said Gunther and the Paper Brigade. Hammerstein is going to be nuts for that GCW show. Yo, Conrad and Derek, how are you? My two favorite people in the wrestling world.
Hey, Colin, maintain it. Hope all is well with you.
Jocelyn in the house. What's going on, Jocelyn?
Ricky. Spanish.
Jocelyn, we always put that up now, I think, for you, just so that you can get your Ricky Spanish on TBS. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Laugh out loud. Who's got the Ukes hookup, Conrad? It ain't me, bro. It ain't me. I don't have any hookups, bro. I know nothing. I'm waiting for news like you. I'm salivating, waiting to hear something about this game. I want to see some gameplay, but I think let them work right now. I think we got to let them work because they're building a game. Like, we're going to see it. We're going to be like, this is all that you've done. They're building a foundation, though. So they're starting from scratch. You sound like Savage when you said that. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, dig it. BJ says, sorry for being late to the party. BJ, never be sorry, my good sir. Never be sorry. Malik Murray says, Vince McMahon said, Walter, we're going to change your name to Gunther. Such good shit. I'm a genius. Come on now. Right. Chucky not in the game. Screw them. Chuckaroo, you don't know. You could be a pre-order bonus.
Exactly. Chucky should be in Mortal Kombat.
And what is Chucky going to do in there?
Man, listen, you could do a lot. You could do a lot.
Derek, you know what happened the last time I tried to do a fatality? I ended up almost hurting myself. So this is why you have to go to manscaped.com so you can get your fatality on. And you guys can get that lawnmower 4.0 and get to shaving looking right. The Crop Preserver and the Reviver are two of the all-time favorites. So make sure you guys go to manscaped.com and get your groom on. It's always the perfect tool to have in there. And we also have a promo code for PowerSlam.tv. Now, if you guys love independent pro wrestling, you're watching a show called Everything Pro Wrestling, I think that this would be one of the best ideas for you. Check out a local independent promotion. Maybe you want to check out something that you haven't seen yet. I think this is a perfect opportunity to do that, and it'll lead to nothing but good things. So check it out using our promo code EPWShow at powerslam.tv. Links are all down below if you guys need them as well. Derek,
let's go.
Let's talk about Jon Moxley. Now, Derek is one of the first people that I met that cursed a lot in inappropriate situations. So we had the return of Jon Moxley here to TBS, Derek. Moxley comes out and he definitely tells a fan to go fuck themselves for heckling him in the crowd. I don't know what they were saying. I didn't hear it. All I heard was go fuck yourself. And I'm like, how did they miss that?
Honestly, I think they had to let that one rock because seeing that he came back from rehab, you have to expect that whoever that person was saying something to those effects about him coming back from, bro, he said something because he was saying something for a minute, and Moxley stood there like, oh, okay, well, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Right. I might have the same message for someone in the chat as I see your comment over there on Twitch. I'm sure you know who you are. What is going on? People said segue. Rob has joined us. Happy birthday. Shout out to B-Boy Skyline. Yes, it is his birthday. I almost forgot. I wrote him happy birthday on the book.
Happy birthday, Brody.
Yeah. I don't be talking that BS now here, Jordan. So, Jon Moxley was in the right, Azan said. Someone said it was a Jim Cornette fan. The guy called him trash, Azan said.
Oh.
So, yeah. So, yeah, that fan can go F himself, we'll say.
Exactly.
I don't want to take the chance here because we're still under the 10-minute mark. The guy called him a piece of S, BJ saying, piece of shit, and he told him to get the F out. Wow.
Come on, man. Let's not do that, please.
Going back to this, what did you think though of Moxley's return? Like, were you happy with this, or were you?
Oh, I was. Initially, I wanted this to be a surprise, kind of, but then again, it had to be this way because he was here for a certain reason to come out and talk. So I was fine with it. But I definitely appreciate him coming out and talking about his. I don't want to say
he was trying to uplift people. I'll say Microsoft, stop recommending things when I'm podcasting. Are you kidding me?
Right.
He basically gave inspiration to fans is the best way I'll put it. Like he was giving out inspiration to have people help him out. Like he helped. It was weird. It was like he was saying, thank you guys for helping me when it was hard times. And I'm telling you guys that there's a cloud following you, whatever, go get help. It's going to help. And you can kick the world's ass basically. And I really like that was his, like the way he put it, because he's going to be returning at GCW as well. We keep mentioning this show, big show this weekend. Check it out. Moxley's going to be there, man. And he's their world champ still. And I think he's going to be in a really big match. Check out the card for that. I don't want to promote it all on here, but should be a lot of fun. I like this promo though. It was fun, and I think it was just kind of that feel good moment, like welcome back, bro.
Yes. I'm on this new thing now where like I don't want to say it's an addiction. Like I've been using different things, like trying to say different words or different phrases to point out what's going on. So for this situation, seeing him come back from his battle, I'll say that, is very heartfelt because not a lot of people bounce back from that battle. That battle technically kind of wins more often than not.
Yeah, listen, man, I'm happy for anybody who wants to get well into that, that's dealing with that, man. And much respect to Jon Moxley. If any one of you are out there fighting, it's okay to ask for help.
Absolutely.
You can feel free, send me a DM, man. I'll talk to you. I don't always have money. I can't give you stuff, but you'll always have a friend to listen. And I think sometimes that's the most important thing in these situations.
Absolutely. I'm right there too. If you need to talk, let him know. Y'all can hit me up. I'm good to go. We can talk all day.
So being that said, we get into the next segment here, and it leads to MJF. What a segue into MJF. MJF is talking with Wardlow. MJF wished R-Truth a happy birthday, and for some odd reason, he didn't wish Wardlow one on Twitter. Conspicuous. But he says, big man, I know it's your birthday, and I owe you an apology. And I'm like, what? MJF's apologizing? But during this apology, he says, but big man, you put your hands on me last week. Gotta dock your pay. Wardlow looks pissed. He said, now, if you win the Face of the Revolution ladder match, you'll get your pay back. Mm-hmm. So he's going to get the money he should have earned already. Right. Ridiculous, bro.
And giving him the title that he claims that should be his.
Yes, and Matt Lopez has put it as Mox versus Homicide Sunday night. I will be watching, so I cannot wait for that show. Really, really good stuff, Matt. Thank you. You got a free. Oh, you got a friend in me. I thought you said you got a free minute. You got a friend in me. Of course, Jocelyn, always. Let's see there. He put he's a beef. Thanks, Rob, for sure though. Cleveland, 2 things can happen: Wardlow turn or Johnny wrestling. You don't know. We could see it. We could.
Wardlow turn is too early.
I don't think it's time yet. I think you can milk this for a little bit longer.
I did call it.
We see this a mile away.
No,
bro.
I called it from the beginning.
Bro, this is the Virgil $1 Million Man story, bro.
I called it from the beginning. Y'all didn't believe me.
I knew this, Derek.
No, I want to hear it, bro.
Moving on, in our opening contest, we have a battle of, if we hear the word power couple anymore during this show, we were going to lose it, I think.
Power couple was used a lot.
A lot. It is going to be Orange Cassidy and Kris Statlander versus Adam Cole,
baby,
versus Dr. Britt Baker,
DMD.
So this match had a lot of shenanigans to start off. Orange Cassidy did the kicks on Britt Baker. Hilarity ensues. And yeah, they did a lot in this, man. After that, we had more shenanigans on the outside here where it looks like they were going to set something up, but it gets cut off by Britt Baker and Cole, and they kiss. We go to commercial break. We see a nice area 451 by Kris Statlander. Orange Cassidy hit a nice beach break on Adam Cole. I like the chemistry between these two.
Yes.
Very close near fall for that. Britt Baker ends up going through a table that was set up. She just falls through it. And then Cole hits a low blow on Orange Cassidy while the ref's out there checking on her. And he lowers the boom. He gives him the knee to the back of the head, gets the dub. This was a fun match, I thought. What did you think, Derek?
Yes. This was definitely a good match. Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy, I think if they go one-on-one, main event kind of match, I definitely think that'll be a match that can always steal a show, because you have two men who can always put on a show no matter what they do. But the move sets, the energy, the charisma, the charismatic characteristics, however you want to look at it, they have it all. This is pretty much the Adam Cole is like already right here, but Orange Cassidy, I don't know. I say they're both right here as far as future goes.
I feel like they're that upper mid card, like that position Jericho and Guerrero and those guys used to be in WWE, like 01. Yeah, I feel like that's where they are right now. And
they're the, I want to say, the forefront of the future.
Somebody brought it up before. Let me see here. I think it was Malik Murray. Yes, it was. Malik Murray said I could see Moxley versus Page at Revolution. Malik, I'm going to change that. I think it's going to be Adam Cole versus Adam Page at Revolution. What do you think, Derek?
I can see that. I can see that.
Which one though? Moxley, or do you see it Cole?
I see.
Because don't forget,
I'm going Cole.
Cole's got more wins, and I don't think Moxley will be able to catch up as fast.
No, Mox has to bring himself back.
I think he's got to climb that ladder again.
Yes, and mentally right now, I don't think he's ready for it. But time will tell. Yeah, listen, I thought he was going to win that tournament actually and get the match too. The spot Brian was in. I thought that was for Moxley. DMD got taken out like the Pats did last Saturday. Come on now. Sorry, Derek. No, you all good. But listen, I'm catching all kinds of tears if y'all lose to KC.
Oh my
gosh. Oh boy. I'm bringing a trash can, garbage truck for all of it.
Since Orange Cassidy got his kicks in on Britt, Cole should have been able to kick Kris Statlander's jaw off. Come on, Rob. We can't have that type of violence up in here. I want more of them together in the future. Ace says, what's good, Ace? Thank you for joining us as well. Sick has joined us as well, saying sip. What's going on, Sick? DMD over Becky. I'd bury the women's division Lynch. Come on now. I don't think Becky's burying, but
come on, bro.
They definitely what?
Come on.
You disagree with me?
I'm disagreeing.
Bro, buried is such a harsh term. Like, I don't think you guys get buried. Buried is like, yo, you went out of your way to embarrass this person.
She didn't do that to
Bianca? No. Well,
8 seconds.
I need to think about this. Toxic, we're gonna put that on hold, bro. We're gonna put that on hold. All right.
I'm with you on that, Toxic.
We go backstage. Chris Jericho is back there with our good friends Santana and Ortiz, and they are talking about the inner circle. He hasn't done that in that long. I missed that. They're back there talking, like what's going on with everything, and they said that, hey, listen, man, I know you're not feeling Eddie right now, but I have an issue with you and Eddie Kingston. And Jericho's like, what does that mean? What do you mean by that?
Right.
And they said, listen, bro, maybe Eddie's kind of right. Maybe being in this group with you is the reason we're not the tag team champions. And that kind of got it's not wrong, bro. Let's get Derek's opinion on this, because I'm interested to hear this. Do you think Santana and Ortiz are being held back by being in the inner circle? Is that more of a hindrance on them than a help?
I wouldn't say that they're being held back, but at the same time, I'm going to say they are being held back.
I was going to say, don't be Captain Political now.
No, I think being, because think about it. Who else in the inner circle has had a title shot?
Listen,
or who has held a belt besides Jericho and Sammy Guevara? Spanish God.
Thank you for doing that. I thank you for that. Touche.
No one's come close, bro.
I don't know why I thought I had something there, but I had nothing. I was like, shit, no, I got nothing.
Like, think about it. Like, Santana Ortiz never really got a title shot until they were, after they were kind of in their, inner circle is still here, but we're here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Jake Hager ain't see a title shot ever.
That's true. We're getting more Walter comments in here, or Volta. Sig said he just got, a friend of mine said Walter got gamed into a jobber spot of the main roster. I can't stop laughing. If you've seen the movie, you'll get it. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Right at the end. Dude, that pissed me off so bad. Absolutely. Wrestling fans use the term buried way too much. I agree, Rob, on that. EYBO, which is Santana and Ortiz, also known as PNP, or as most people just call them, Santana and Ortiz, is sick of the old man. Azan is not wrong there. I think that Adam Cole and DMD can be like the Edge and Lita power couple.
They could be.
They could be.
They definitely could be, because I think if they run it the right way. But the only problem is you can still run them as a power couple, but you have to bring the rest of the quote unquote elite with you.
Yeah, they're so beloved though, dude. Like,
they are. I don't think, not so much Britt, but Adam Cole is. I said this earlier. Adam Cole is in a position where he could either be a heel or could be a face and getting cheered no matter what.
Touche. Derek, my friend, you tell no lies, sir.
I mean, I would love to see Britt Baker in that kind of position too. Being a power couple, but if they decide to turn her heel or face, I think that will work against her.
Yeah, I think it just doesn't work as well. It's weird when it comes down to stuff like that. Danhausen will show up by Revolution, calling it now. Okay, B-boy, we'll see. I think he's still going to be out for a while. EYBO with their New York brother, Eddie Kingston. Yes. Are we talking about WWE giving Walter a new name last night, right? Yeah. You mean Gunther. Oh, my goodness. Santana gave a heck of a promo during Terminus. Yes, he did. Terminus is also an awesome new indie promotion. If you guys aren't watching that, I highly recommend it. He is challenging, I believe, Jonathan Gresham at the next show, so that should be a doozy. Malik says, I got a question. After all four pillars became AEW champions in the future, who do you think are going to be the next four pillars? I think they're working on that now, kind of. Do you have a future after those guys, Derek, yet? Do you have the young guys that you like? I'm going to put, for me right now, I'm going to say Daniel Garcia.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to put in there, I'm trying to think of Hook, obviously. Ooh, is there anybody else that I see big time things coming from? Possibly a Brian Pillman Jr. right now.
Come on,
I feel like you don't like Pillman enough.
I like Pillman.
Listen, bro, I think
Not agreeing with your second choice.
this will make more sense later. I promise. And Hook. Oh, you hating, bro? Yeah. Stop hating, Derek. Derek is not part of the Hook fan club.
Not at all.
And I don't know. I think that other one's to be determined.
Honestly, bro, I don't really have a future following after the Four Pillars right now.
Well, it's developing though. It's weird. Like it's kind of happening behind the scenes and stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll
I
see.
mean, I can see Garcia. I could definitely see Garcia, but
yeah, give it some time. Maybe Lee Moriarty could be in there. You don't know right now.
True.
Dante Martin. There we go. That's my fourth.
Okay, yes, Dante. Yeah, Dante. It can definitely be a future, but I don't see he's a mid-card future.
Right. How tone deaf is Brucey P after last night's 2.0? Bad. Meja Under says that match between FTR and Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson was fire. Don't know what happened to it. I'm sure someone's going to inquire and figure out what went wrong there. But no matter what Adam Cole does, it'll be hard for me to hate him. Dude's just a nice guy. Yeah, if you watch his Twitch streams, you just know. Toxic, you guys are getting into the WWE stuff. Can someone explain to me how they are a power couple? I think it's just a term that's used in wrestling, Jocelyn. I said that to Rob earlier when we were watching the show. Lee Moriarty, Dante Martin, Ryan Nemeth, or Skye Blue. Skye Blue for the women, perhaps for the next pillar, but Ryan Nemeth, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I see it yet. But that's not to say he wouldn't surprise me. He definitely is good. Wardlow, yes. Wardlow's also got to be in there.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like he's more of the now, but yeah. Okay. Ricky Starks, somebody said Hook, Dante Martin, Hobbs, and Ricky Starks. Hobbs is my boy too. Yes, I'm a big Powerhouse Hobbs guy. I'm not either, Derek. You're not alone for the Hook stuff. Jocelyn said Ryan is too old. Come on now. Really? I thought he was 22, 23. Garcia, Hook, Dante, Jade. Yeah, Jade would be another one. What's up, J-Hub? Thank you for joining us.
But I kind of see Jade now, though.
Yeah.
I see Jade now.
So listen, we get an interview after this with Adam Cole. He's backstage taking off the wrist tape, and he is pissed. He says, listen, Orange, you're the reason my girl got put through the table. Cole showed extreme concern after the match with that. And he said, listen, I'm sick of you, and there's only one way for me to end this. You, me, next week at Beach Break in a lights-out match. That should be a banger.
Oh, see, this is what I'm saying. You get these two together. It's gonna be magical. You're gonna have the naysayers who will say, "Oh, I'm sick of this Orange Cassidy BS. He's not even really wrestling. He's a gimmick." Let the boy do his thing. I bet you'll see otherwise.
I don't want to hear talk like that. We don't want to hear talk like that.
You know it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. All right. So next up, we get CM Punk versus Shawn Spears. MJF gets on commentary. Bro, fastest match of the night, bro. Spears goes into attack. There's a reverse loop-de-loop into the shoulders of Punk. GTS. Yo, Spears sold this like $1 million friggin' bucks, bro.
Yeah, he took that shot. He was like, oh. Okay.
And he just fell forward. 1, 2, 3, Punk wins. But that goes against what has every match been? Punk has been letting people wrestle, putting them over. This was not that tonight. It was,
I've had enough.
Yeah.
Putting a stop to this.
He almost got his hands on MJF. He came down. MJF's a little fast, son of a bee. He gets in the ring, and Punk gets down and catches him, and then he grabs him by his scarf, and when you think he's finally going to get him, he slips out of it. Ooh. And you can tell MJF's a strong young man because he was able to push himself up onto that ramp real quick and get those legs up. I was like, woo, I don't know if I could do that anymore these days.
I would have felt that all right here.
Was that the obliques? yeah. No, we ain't doing all that, bro. We ain't doing all that.
Him and his ugly ass Burberry shoes.
By the way, I think somebody just said, Jocelyn said, girlfriend, not wife. They are not married. Does Orange win this one? He might. It wouldn't count. They do have a little sneaky way to get out of this. Under said he's 37. GD, he looks younger. Yeah, I thought the same thing, bro. But yeah, he's probably a little bit older. Adam Cole beat him twice already. Toxic says end this feud. Spears went down just as bad as the Cowboys.
Oh, come on, bro.
Come on, Derek, put on them cowboy boots like Stephen A. You saw him when Sports Center started? What a jerk.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, so
as they say, that's God's team, right?
yo, stop saying that.
That's what they say.
I know. Don't give them any credence for this, any credit. Now what do they do with MJF and CM Punk? I think you try to build this feud. I think we're gonna have Punk going after him, but he's gonna be ducking and running still.
You stall him out.
Yeah,
you gotta stall him out now.
Let's see here. 6 said the perfect 10 took the L in 10. Terrible. Who's 37? Dolph Ziggler's brother, Ryan Nemeth, who's on the AEW roster. Play it loud. I'm the biggest jobber around. Come on now, Toxic. Don't say that about anybody, especially if you're talking about yourself now. Show some love, man. After that, Billy Gunn and the Ass Boys asked Christian for a tag team title shot at his boys' titles, the Jurassic Express. He says, we'll think about it. Why don't you guys do something to make a statement? And the Ass Boys come out of nowhere and decide to jump him. Austin and Colton Gunn put a beat down on Christian. So I assume this is leading to a match. Did you know that they're undefeated, Derek? Technically?
No.
Yeah. They haven't lost too many matches. I think they lost to Sting and Darby, and that's it. They're undefeated, though, on Dark and Dark Elevation.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
but they're nice, though. So,
yeah, I
think
think
that.
I think they're a future tag team that people are going to have to keep an eye on.
You know what? Actually, I could put, at least for right now, put Austin in the future.
Colton's finisher, the Colt 45 is nice, bro. It's like a double underhook, like neck breaker. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, I did see that. That is nice. I'll put both of them in the future.
BJ said that Spears theme is a banger, and I will agree. I believe Wrestle and Flow did that theme. I like it, though. I don't know.
Does he whistle in that?
I don't know, bro. I was hearing weird things with themes tonight. I swear to you guys, like Serena Deeb's theme sounds like LAX to me when I hear it. Just the beat part. I'm like, is this LAX? Like every time I hear it, I'm like, I don't hear the.
Well, actually, you know what? In CM Punk's theme, I was hearing something well off. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't remember this part. It was just like an extra part where it sounded like the guy was doing the guy who was doing the vocals was doing like an extra vocal over the same kind of vocal. I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
Toxic said Spears' theme should say biggest job around. I like Spears, man. I really think he doesn't get enough credit, especially his promo before the Spears always delivers a really good promo. I think it's just hard to find the right thing for him to do. Like maybe it's a tag team, maybe it's not. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but he's coming. I believe he's coming close to his long tenure.
I think he's still got time. He's fine. Yeah, he's set in that role. By the way, there was the match graphic. That was the match. All right. Going on. Next up, we've got Cody Rhodes. Derek appreciated this.
Listen, I'm gonna let you speak on this first,
bro. So I saw some people on Twitter saying this promo was all over the place. Live chat. I really, really, really want to hear what you thought of this. Was this all over the place? I would be curious to know. So let us know what you thought of this. But Cody Rhodes was the TNT champion. We have an interim TNT champion. I don't know why they did that like that, because all interim means is number one contender. I'm not a fan when they do that. But we have 2 TNT belts right now.
Right.
Sammy was in Brazil with his girl, Ty Conti, and they were out there, celebrating a little vacation. Cody's back, and Cody is getting ready to challenge him. But, Derek, we know when there's 2 titles and there's a unification and a ladder gets set up, we know we're going Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, WrestleMania 10, baby.
Right, absolutely.
So Cody sets up that ladder, and he starts talking about this promo, and he kind of got heelish in it.
Yes.
Rocking the leather suit. Yes. I know he was hot. So he was like, everybody, I'm the original Forbidden Door. He reminded everybody of that, and he's not wrong. Cody kind of made a lot of stuff cool. And the fans went from booing Cody Rhodes to cheering Cody Rhodes.
Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all some tune changers. Anybody who said that they hate Cody Rhodes and now you want to cheer, the people in the crowd were cheering. Y'all was sucking beef. Heavy.
Listen, bro.
Heavy.
Listen, bro.
I got chills. I thought he was going back to New Japan.
Listen, supposedly Cody doesn't have a contract. But I will say this. I don't know why the fans' tune changed and started like riding with Cody. It was very weird how it
was.
Fans were just kind of like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
If that's what you're talking about being all over the place because of the fans, yes, Cody was on point from start to finish. This was an A+ promo for me.
Right. Let me see here. The audio was bleeding from the feed in the arena with a lot of those entrances tonight. Yeah, I think it's just the way they do their music, BJ. It's just not as crisp as WWE when you hear the themes. Matt Lopez says Cody spits that fire.
Absolutely.
Cody told no lies, not a single one. Wait, what about the ass boys? We talked about them, B-boy. You might have missed it. Cody cuts good promos, but sometimes he does go off topic. I think his promo was meant to be all over the place because he wanted to touch on a bunch of different things.
Right. And
he even got in mentions for Brody Lee Jr. He mentioned all the great TNT champions. Mm-hmm. He knows what he's doing. Toxic World said this was a great promo. Cody was all over the place, and it was great. Didn't sound scripted. Cody has been known to over-script things like Macho Man has, and he like focuses on them to make them perfect. I like it though. If he didn't script this tonight, keep going with this, man.
Yeah, no, this was perfect. This was the Cody Rhodes that we should have gotten when he should have had a heel turn that we didn't get. But I feel like this is kind of in the middle of to where he should be right now, I guess. So I appreciate it. Like I said, this was an A+ promo for me. Anybody who says that they didn't like this promo, you're crazy.
So Cody mentioned, so he is a free agent right now. So supposedly he's not working without a contract. This is probably something for a show. I don't imagine. Why would Cody be the champion if he doesn't have a contract? That's some crazy stuff, like to trust someone that much.
Right.
But Cody Rhodes then says he got a contract in the mail, but it wasn't the contract he was looking for. Oh, they're playing with that. So he said that, it wasn't the contract he was looking for. And instead, it was for a ladder match with Sammy Guevara. And it looks like that they're going to be facing each other at Beach Break for both belts. This should be a lot of fun. I like it.
I think this will steal the show.
Okay. Yeah.
I think this will steal the show.
Might be the main event. Next up, we get Anna Jay. We find out Anna Jay is going to be the first challenger for the TBS Championship to Jay Cargill. She calls it That Bitch Show. Well, but yeah. Sorry. Soundboard isn't working tonight for some reason. Don't know why. I'm hurt. Let's get into what the chat's saying here. Everything Pro Wrestling. Cody is the most interesting thing in AEW so far. He is a very intriguing character. Yes. I think that depends on how you look at things. This was New Japan. Not repeating all of that. We don't know. That could be slander. Cody is the Bono of pro wrestling. Well, Cody pull up in the Royal Rumble. I don't think we're going to see anybody from AEW in the Royal Rumble. I just can't see the benefit of it. Next week on NXT 2.0, he will throw it in the trash can on Lash Legends show. Cut it out. Everyone is bipolar when it comes to Cody. No offense to anyone. Yeah, people just flip-flop, Jocelyn. That's probably a better term to use. Like, they flip-flop back and forth on how they feel about him. And wrestling fans are weird with that shit, bro. Like, the moment you win the belt, they're trying to book who you're losing it to. We do it ourselves on here, too, sometimes. It's like, oh, who's next in line? And sometimes, like, let's enjoy the reign of the person who's there. Let's not take advantage of that. Yeah, speaking of beef, insert sponsor. Oh, we had a good segue earlier. Sick. Somebody came in and said something about being sus, but I didn't care because we're out here shelling, and we might have a new sponsor coming. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. I just sent some info over, so say a prayer for your boy. Ace said just wait until next week. Ace might know something that we don't yet. I like that. Now people were riding Cody, but not people. But people were complaining that he wasn't putting people over. Yeah, you know how that goes. J-Hub said the promo was good. I just want them to do promos without taking shots at WWE.
J-Hub, I'll give you that, bro. Like sometimes they don't need to do that. Sometimes at times, so it's 50-50 for me. At times it needs to be said, because they need to be put back in check now. But at other times, just let it be what it is. If you're on top, just chill.
Robert said I would cheer Gunnar McGillicuddy over Cody. Boo this man in the chat. Somebody remember when Cody wore them Harley Quinn pants in New Japan? He's an EVP. He ain't gonna Luga. He ain't gonna Luga AEW. You never know though. That ain't for you, Daddy. I think Cody's going to turn heel just by telling harsh, uncomfortable truths. Hey, sometimes the truth hurts, and the best heels always tell the truth.
Absolutely.
Was Cody the first one to create the Forbidden Door?
Yes.
Yes. I wouldn't say he was the first one to do it.
But
it's been done in pro wrestling, but yeah, he brought it kind of back to where you could
revolutionize the Forbidden Door.
I might even say the Bucks, because I remember they were doing New Japan and Ring of Honor for a while. They were kind of like free agents; they can kind of go and do whatever they want.
Okay.
Finally getting that Blue Chew. No, it is not Blue Chew. But if they ever are asking for sponsors, you tag at EPW Show on Twitter. Let's get into the next match here, Derek. This was a make them hurt, Daddy. I love all the WWE shots. I want more, he said. Yeah, I feel like that's just a thing. If you're down with it, you are, and if you're not, you're not.
Right.
Next up, Malachi Black and Brody King, part of the House of Black, taking on the Varsity Blondes, Brian Pillman Jr. Go ahead, you can say his name.
Stiff Leg Garrison.
Griff Garrison and Julia Hart's on the outside rocking the eye patch.
Well, was she out there?
I believe so, yeah. So there were issues in this match, but this is more storytelling playing into all of this.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
There were struggles like Pillman. Remember when he slipped on the rope?
Mm-hmm.
They played off of that saying, no, I can't do it now.
Right. Yeah.
Malachi's in their head. So Malachi seems like he's like in the role of Undertaker kind of, or Mankind, where he can get into your head, and now he's doubting himself.
Right.
And this ended up Pillman's like arguing with his partner, Griff Garrison. Griff Garrison pushes Pillman out the way to save him. Dude, I thought he almost got his head split open on those steel steps, bro.
Dude. That was horrible because he definitely grabbed his forehead like super.
That's because he's super long. Like he's a tall kid. Like I hope you're all right, Griff, if you actually listen to this some way, somehow.
Definitely.
But, dude, he goes down. Pillman gets back in the ring, and Pillman's trying to fight, and Malachi kicked, like, his forearm, like, with the back spin kick. And I was like, yo, I know that hurt, bro. I heard that. And he eventually gets caught with their combo move where he throws him, and Brody King power slams him. Bro, they look dominant in this. 1, 2, 3, they get the victory. And I'm telling you, I could see them. They're going to get into a feud with Sting and Darby. It's going to be magical. I would say by All Out or Double or Nothing. I'm calling it.
Okay, I can see that.
I think Andrade and Matt will be up first, and then it'll go to these two.
Yeah.
You want to talk about? You talk about Pac in this promo here with
listen, I love Pac. Pac cuts the darkest some of the darkest promos ever.
So afterwards, Pac appears on. I just want to say this part on the Contron, and he's got the blindfold on. He's still holding the tarot cards. So this was interesting. He delivers a message, sounding like he's ready to like go to war with them.
Yes,
Derek, what do you see in the future for this? Do you think Pentagon and him are going to go up against them?
Yes. If not Pentagon, I feel like somebody has to come in.
Step up and fill that spot and be his partner?
Yes.
Who would you like it to be?
If I could make it a dream, I would.
What, Gangrel?
Hell no.
With all due respect to Gangrel.
Banging and banging. No, you already know who I would bring in, bro. But that's another story.
No, go ahead.
Nah, because it's not the story I want it to be. So I can't say that.
Are they in another company?
No.
Okay.
Not in a company.
Not worth. Are they a name from the? You have to say the name, bro. You don't even have to explain anything else. Just say the name.
Nah, bro.
Just say the name.
Hey, man.
Oh, I know now.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I have a different storyline that I need to happen.
Okay.
It has to happen. There's no way that it can't happen.
It's Bray Wyatt. So, yeah. Yeah.
But no, I definitely do. I definitely think it'll be Pac and Penta going at it. It has to be right now. There's no other way.
Right. After that, we get a classic reuniting, I guess we'll say, of Roppongi Vice. That is the team of Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta.
I find that to be a funny name, Roppongi Vice.
Yo, dude,
I like it though.
It's a great. Derek does not watch New Japan because he can't stay up that late. I'm telling you, Derek, go back and watch Roppongi Vice versus the Young Bucks. So, bro, great. Like, watch their 4-way tag matches and stuff for the junior heavyweight titles in Japan.
4-way,
bro. Motor City Machine Gun. Yo, you have to watch these, bro. No, so in New Japan, quick side story. In New Japan, Derek, they have it where junior heavyweights can only compete for junior heavyweight titles.
Makes sense.
So there's no like, yeah, I'm big and we're gonna face the little. That doesn't happen unless it's never open weight, which is anybody can fight each other. Okay. But in New Japan, there's a junior heavyweight champ. Like Finn Balor was the junior heavyweight world champion.
Okay.
The Young Bucks were the junior heavyweight tag champs, but eventually they moved up to the heavyweight division. Right. Kenny Omega did the same thing.
Right.
So it's quite interesting. But go back and watch those junior heavyweight. They were moving, bro. This is when we would go see him in Ring of Honor. Like the see ya, you'll see all of that stuff in there, bro. Right. You'll love it.
See ya.
I want to get back to the chat here real quick. But Roppongi Vice is challenging the Young Bucks to a match on Rampage. Sick had a comment here. He said WWE took shots at AEW in such a rich, snobby way. Blood, eel, pish posh. Yeah, that's another thing too. WWE taking out articles to have Eric Bischoff join them in shitting on AEW. Not cool. I don't know. I thought that was kind of a bullshit thing to say. Like, why are you crapping on these wrestlers who had great matches? I don't know. Just you know why they're doing that. That's to hurt ad revenue. This is why the demos matter. AEW talks about the demos all the time because that's what increases ad revenue, and WWE's trying to hurt their main source of ad revenue, which is advertising. They're old school pro wrestling, so WWE knows what to do if they really wanted to get at them for that. I got a question. If Cody turns heel, does he have a faction? I think so. He might. I think the Nightmare family could become involved in that too. Lee Johnson versus Malachi Black for the love of Julia Hart. Come on now. I want a shot for every pay-per-view I had to watch Cena win at the end of. You sound like this guy right here. The term Forbidden Door should have died in 2021. What is stopping these other companies from working with each other before? I don't know. You tell us.
Right.
I think it's just a term people use. Cody is the one who built it. He was a WWE guy who wrote the list, joined Bullet Club, and the rest was history. He was doing ROH, New Japan, Impact, WCPW, and more at the same time. Who was Griff Garrison? You guys are dogging. Guys, I'm not trying to skip through, but I see a lot of comments coming in. I'm going to keep it moving. What's up, Randy Sam? Thank you for joining us. Chuckaroo is back in the chat. Is just in North America? All the Euro companies been working together way before AEW came along. So F a Forbidden Door. Rob says Roppongi Vice, Red Dragon, Young Bucks. Yes, good matches. Conrad speaking like Wade and Dave with that demo talk. Listen, you may not like it, but I'm talking money. I promise you that. Derek will tell you one thing. I don't know a lot of things, but I know money and I know how it's made. So you can't play a player, dog. You can't play a player. I'm gonna get mine. We can have a conversation if I can speak freely. Right. That's what I always like to use, so I can be honest. Frankie Kazarian versus Lance Archer here. So it appears Lance Archer has formed an alliance with Dan Lambert because he comes out with Jake Roberts. Haven't seen Jake in a while. Good to see Jake, man. By the way, his new podcast, they definitely played me. Conrad Thompson, I'm looking at you. I've interviewed you. Shout out to Conrad Thompson. Check out the DDP and Snake Pit if you guys are bored. But they definitely had one that said Jake the Snake leaves WCW. I thought the whole podcast was going to be about that. Bro, that shit was literally like 5 to 10 minutes. And the rest was just DDP talking. But I loved it. So great. Frankie Kazarian comes out. Good to see him on television, too. He performed very well here. He got a lot of offense in this match. And I love that Archer was rocking the bandanas. I think that was in tribute to the Rock and Rave Affection. If you didn't see them in TNA, cool tag team, I thought. And I think it was for Jimmy Rave who passed away. So that was very cool as well. But he falls victim to the blackout slam. And Dan Lambert appears to have aligned himself with them, cuts a promo about Toy Story and Cowboys. And Archer decides, you know what, I'm just going to beat up Kazarian some more. And I'm going to put him through this chair.
Right.
Cue the cowboy. Shit. He comes out, slaps the piss out of Lance Archer, bro. That was sounded stiff, that slap.
That one definitely sounded stiff.
Slaps him, and they get into a back and forth, and this just leads to the buckshot. Shots him when he took the cowboy boot off and clobbered him, Barry Windham style, over the head with it. He goes for the buckshot lariat, gets caught with the choke slam. He fights out of it, but he clotheslines Archer over. This sounds like it's going to be a match coming up before Revolution.
Absolutely. I'm all for it. But my question is, do you have or do you let?
Shout out to BJ. Said, if you ain't talking money, then you're talking don't matter.
Do you let that felt good. Lance Archer
nasty pop of the elbow.
do you let Lance get the title?
No, I don't think you can do it, man. I feel bad. Lance Archer always seems like the never. What's the word? Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Yeah. Just he ain't getting it right now. Yeah. It's not the time, man. Maybe in the future he could be a TNT champ, but this ain't the time, in my opinion. After that, we get a backstage segment. We get Dante Martin, Matt Sydal, and Lee Moriarty saying that they'll have his back till his brother gets back. And I just said, what the hell happened to Leo Rush?
Right.
So where was the match that they were supposed to have? And where is Leo Rush in all of this? Mass confusion.
Everything just kind of like disappeared. Like,
yeah, I got nothing, bro. This was kind of like like I don't know. I thought we were getting that match, but apparently not. Next up, we have Kris Statlander, Red Velvet, and Layla Hirsch. They kind of get into this. Layla Hirsch ends up attacking both of them and puts Kris Statlander in a cross arm breaker,
which was very smooth.
It was. Derek, Layla Hirsch, you got an issue with her size?
I do not. I actually like Layla.
I've been conversing with some people. It seems like 50-50. Chat, what do you guys think of Layla Hirsch?
I mean, but are we really gonna pick and choose over who's tall and who's not? Because Ray ain't no taller than me.
Yo, listen, but Rey Mysterio, I love Ray, bro. I get it too. But the people who would argue that, they would say, I don't believe Rey Mysterio in those situations either.
But you accepted it.
You're forced to, bro. It's kind of like it's there.
I mean,
some people just say they don't find Layla Hirsch believable. I'd be interested to see. Rob, we cannot repeat that line that was said by Dan Lambert. Very inappropriate, though.
Yo, Dan Lambert is my boy. He's been saying some real crazy stuff.
Why Dan isn't trying to give Skye a world title shot? That's because Dan Lambert's trying to save his life because Archer was going to take him out. And he just told him, yeah, go get him. He's like, I'm on your side, buddy. He was trying to save his own ass.
He was, definitely, big time.
Hold on here. Malik Murray says, I can see Mustafa Ali coming to AEW and face Black. The dark versus the light. That would be interesting. I like that if you could let Ali get back to doing the gimmick that he is the light.
But that's the thing, though, bro. I don't think they're going to let him get back to that.
I'm talking about an AEW. Because he asked for his release. I don't know if it's been granted or what yet. Someone's saying put Layla in Team Taz. I've always been a big proponent of that. The Forbidden Door is about North America companies and bigger companies, smaller companies working together. Made no waves. She proved her dominance with Camille on NWA Empower. Yeah, that was a really good match too, Jocelyn. I like that with Layla Hirsch. Mustafa Ali. Oh. You stop it, E. You stop it. You cut that out in the chat. Skye Blue is up next versus Serena Deeb. I thought Skye Blue was pretty good here.
Yeah.
So Serena Deeb's the real story of this. They're calling her the woman with 1,000 holds now, and much respect here, bro. She really just put it down. I love that flapjack that she does where she tucks the arms. We get a Serenity Lock, which is the Tequila Sunrise. Serena Deeb wins, and you have to keep her strong. And I think I would love to see her become like the TBS champion one good time.
That would actually be nice. I would like to see her get a nice, good run with it. Isn't it crazy how you look at some people and you be like, all right, you should get this. You should get this run. And you look at someone else, like, all right, you're going to get this run. I feel like certain people should have a good run. And
do you see these two singles belts in the women's division being beneficial, Derek?
Yes.
I feel like it would be more beneficial than having the tag.
Yes, I agree. Because I mean, I feel like that the women's tag titles would eventually, not even eventually, quickly fall to the wayside.
BJ says Skye Blue is damn adorable.
Very adorable.
Derek and Rob would agree.
100%.
Jocelyn said, no lie, it sounded like 1,000 hosts. My apologies if you thought that was me, but I said 1,000 holds with a D. People are Rob says the only true forbidden door resides in Connecticut. Greenwich, perhaps. Better than Cora J. Go Sky Blue, Chucky says. Chuckaroo. Deeb turned her from Sky Blue to Overcast. You'd love to see it.
Right.
Come on now. Let's go through what we got set up for the card here. So it starts off with Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page are backstage. Ethan Page says he wants to fight Moxley. Sounds like it's happening because Moxley made a challenge to anybody. So for Rampage, Jon Moxley versus Ethan Page. Roppongi Vice versus the Young Bucks. Hook, baby, versus Serpentico. Derek, can we get a play-by-play from you next week on what you thought of this match? Can you watch that match on Rampage for me?
I will.
By Wednesday, can you watch this?
I will personally watch that match.
All right. Judgment free though, like neutral. You have to go in like there is.
Okay, fine. I'll judge that match neutral.
Look at crowd reaction. Look at the movements and look at the little things. Pay attention to the little things he does.
All right.
And we also have Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay. So Rampage sounds like it should be fun this week.
It should be. It definitely should be.
Next week now for Beach Break, Derek, we have a TNT Championship ladder match. Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara. A lights out match. Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy. A trios match. Derek's favorite. Chris Jericho with Santana and Ortiz versus Daniel Garcia in 2.0. Red Velvet versus Layla Hirsch was also signed after that beatdown.
I want that.
And Matt Hardy has an announcement with Andrade in the stairwell. That's where all wrestling business is done. And they have a business deal, and he is selling the HFO to Andrade for 51%, but Matt Hardy will retain 49%. They will now be known as the AHFO, Andrade Hardy Family Office. It's a beautiful thing.
Terrible, bro. Terrible.
I think they're just trying to make an alliance because I think it's going to be Matt Hardy and Andrade versus Sting and Darby.
Yes, it will be, but come on, bro. We could have did better with that.
It's fun, man. It's fun. Thank you, Twitter, for notifying me that my tweet has been viewed. I don't know which one that is. Let's get into remind me afterwards. My notes definitely says something that I cannot say on air, but it's supposed to say merger, and it definitely says a different word if you can see it from there. I hate talk text, man. It never works when I need it to.
Bro, whenever I try to use talk text, like I'll go to press the mic will click on, but then it'll click right off. And I'm like, yo, I didn't even say anything yet.
Well, Derek, you know what time it is? It's time for the main event. Sting and Darby Allin versus the Acclaimed. Max Caster came out talking his shit tonight.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
My favorite line was the Starrcade line. I know some people were talking about the blood and all that, but he was like, Sting, we're going to leave your ass like your career after Starrcade 97. Max Caster brought the heat tonight, and I loved it. And the Acclaim, very smart. They took out Darby Allin early, wrapped a chair around his neck, and threw him into the ring post. And Darby gets the stretcher job after that. Sting ends up fighting 2-on-1 against the Acclaim, Derek. Sting took a hell of a beating there for a little bit. Ran into the exposed turnbuckle. It was a fight, bro. But Sting was in there looking like a dad. No selling when he gets punched to the face in the Scorpion Deathlock, but then when he ate that super kick, his ass fell right over. But eventually, Sting takes a beating. He's down. Darby comes from out of the crowd, though, and he's back into the match. He says, tag me, coffin drop to the outside on both these fools. And eventually, Max gets tired throughout the match. He goes to lay on the timekeeper's table. Derek, your boy Sting goes up the ramp, Derek.
Realtor Steve.
And I don't know how Sting landed this, bro. When Sting does this stuff, I have a fear.
Oh, bro, listen. When he did that, dude, he was so stiff, bro.
Listen, you leave my man Sting alone. He's put in the work. Sting, it's absolutely crazy, bro. Sting jumps off, puts Max through a table, and it was great because you could always say it was like an accident because he was laying across it. So people thought Max was laying on the table. He wasn't. He was hunched over the table trying to catch his breath, and Sting put him through it. After that happens, this leads to Bowens in the ring. He gets put down. Bowens looked great tonight for the record, too. I absolutely love what he did.
Yes, he did.
Darby goes to the top rope, put him in the coffin. Jumps off, coffin drop, 1, 2, 3. They get the victory. This was a fun show tonight overall. It
was. Man. This show was on point tonight. Like I have no qualms.
Jack Evans is Vincent. Knock it off.
Oh, dirty.
Don't put that evil on my man Jack Evans from the heavens. The entire group of people is the definition of lost in the shuffle. Bring back Miro from his crusade against Christ and have him destroy all the irrelevant people every week. So you want him in the role of 911, it sounds like, Rob from EC Dub. Sting was older than Ric Flair in 2002. This is true. Sting's doing a hell of a job, though. Private Party needed a new gimmick and grow up. They don't need Matt Hardy anymore. I think they do, Malik. I think they're still learning some of the little intricate things from Matt Hardy. I think Private Party is going to be a great tag team in the next year or two.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I think they're great now, but I think they're going to be even better.
They're good.
And I mean that, honestly. With dad strength, somebody said, it's dad. Derek, we got to put that on a shirt. It's dad.
You, listen.
I put that in the notes, too. Dad and son win.
yeah, there you go. So we could do it's dad and hashtag I respect it.
Those are your shirts. I'll make sure that goes into your account. We're still resolving some of those spending purchases that you had.
Listen, let me know if you want a t-shirt. Hashtag I respect it. And hashtag it's dad.
Sting and Darby can go for the AEW Tag Team Championships. They might eventually. Deanna, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you coming here. I think Sting shocked himself, LOL. I think he did.
He did. He definitely did. You could tell.
Sting with them old man high spots. I love it. Azan wife says feels bad, man. FTR Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson was canceled due to medical protocols, so I'm sure that means that we know what stopped them. I won't repeat it because I don't think we can still. Sting ate at least 75% of that table. He probably enjoyed it too. He was like, absolutely. I can rest. Rob said, love this match, and Max had a better flow than usual on his entrance. He knew he had to show out tonight. That's why.
Absolutely.
And Rob said, since Brock was born 40 years old, does he have dad strength? Yeah. Have you ever seen when he took those gloves off and slapped somebody? Yeah, Brock's got that dad strength.
Yeah, he does.
Or no, you're not talking about. I thought we were talking about the real Brock Lesnar. Brock Anderson. He's got the dad barbecuing skills, it looks like, though, from the gear he wears backstage. But I like Brock Anderson, though. I think he's got some good stuff to him. But Derek, tonight's overall show, what do you think, man? I know we usually say thumbs up, thumbs down. Out of 10, what do you think this show was tonight? We're trying to switch it up for you guys. Leave your score in the chat. Out of 10, tell me what you thought of the show.
I'm gonna give it an A-.
Out of 10?
I'm doing A-, bro.
Come on now.
I'm grading. I'm not doing the number scale. I'm grading.
Someone's always got to be a freaking rebel in the group.
No, I give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, that's high praise for a show. Yes. I'm going to go 8.5 tonight. I thought it was a really, really fun show overall.
Well, the reason why I gave it a 9 out of 10 solely off of what Cody said and what Cody did.
Right?
Because that was, like, again, sorry. That's an A+ promo to me.
Right. Azan saying 8 out of 10. Rob says 8.5 out of 10. Deanna said it was promo heavy, 6.5. Matt Lopez says 9 out of 10 for him. Jocelyn said an 8, better than last week. Agreed. A says an 8. Okay. I respect it.
Definitely. 100%.
I like that.
Hashtag I respect it.
Guys, listen. I don't know about tomorrow, but for anybody who is BJ said I'm good. Toxic said 8. BJ said I'm gonna go 8.8, and you guys, of course, get a 10. Beach, my boy. I love it. Appreciate it. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing anything with the WWE 2K22 info coming out. We'll see what we get. I do have some news on the NWO for Life edition. It's let me make sure I pull this up and say this correctly. If I'm going to cover this, Derek, we gotta say it right.
Absolutely.
So let's see if this interests Derek enough, because Derek was kind of like, no.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Hold on. So we have the NWO For Life edition.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Hogan, Hall, Nash, and Six, I guess we'll call him for the purposes of this, on the cover. And they said that you will receive 3-day early access, take over with the playable NWO versions of Hollywood Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Six, Eric Bischoff, 2 arenas, and more. Interesting, bro.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm ready to pay $100 for that. I'm gonna need some info tomorrow, though. We've been waiting too long. The game comes out in 2 months, supposedly on March 8th. If you get the early version, you got to bring the goods.
Right.
So, let me see here. E said Sting ate that table. Cutting Layla Hirsch backstage segment would have helped. I think you needed that, though, to build up the heat a little bit, Rob. I feel like they're really trying to do something with Layla, and I want to see where this is going. Promo of the night was Mox, 100%. Mox crushed it. And Mox, I'm glad you're healthy, bro. I hope you're feeling good. Yes. I hope everything is well with you and the fam, bro. Appreciate you, Moxley. NWO cover, they're really trying to make me buy it. That's the $100 version now. They're trying to get you for $100 now, too. Wait, no Wolfpack love? These guys might wind up in a body bag. No Disco Inferno in the... Why are we back on this every week? Disco Inferno. Is that the game going to be a hot mess or really good? Deanna, I think we have to wait to see. I want to see how it plays. I want to see how it moves, what they're going to say, what they fixed. We should find out a lot more by tomorrow. He said, does he have his voodoo child to play air guitar on the big belt like he does in real life? We'll have to wait and see, bro. I'm waiting with I was going to say, I'm waiting like you guys. I was going to try and give them a little cliche, but not worth it. Shawn from Hubbard Wrestling Weekly showing some love at the end of the stream here. What's going on, Shawn? I appreciate you, bro. Definitely part of the 6-pack, speaking of the NWO, so I got to show him some love. Watch it get pushed back until this fall. Rob, stop it. We've had enough of those already with this game. I'll try to cover it tomorrow, depending on how the time frame is. I might go live and give you guys like my thoughts. I don't know how long I'll be on, but we'll see. Depending on if people can hop in and join in. If you want to talk some wrestling video games, join us, and I'll give you my thoughts on all of it. Right. Also, if you guys didn't get the chance, check out me and Casey. We did a Royal Rumble 2002 retro review. I also do plan on covering the Royal Rumble this year for you guys. Me and Derek should be live if Derek can hang in there and stay up for it.
I'll be listen.
I almost said that, BJ, but then I said nah.
If they put on a good show, that won't put me to sleep.
Rumbles are always fun,
Rumbles have always been good. So
yeah, we'll see what happens with this. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. For myself, the man they call Derek, we are out for this episode of Everything Pro Wrestling. Be sure to join us next week when we cover AEW again, and subscribe to the channel so that way you guys can get all the latest and greatest when it comes to talking anything and everything pro wrestling. One.
What's going on, EPW Nation? It's your boys from the Everything College Basketball Podcast, Josh and Peyton, here to remind you all that college basketball season is right around the corner. Yes, we finally know it's right around the corner, and Peyton, there's only one place people should go for all the college basketball excitement.
Well, Josh, the only place to find all college basketball hoops all the time is Everything College Basketball. Everything College Basketball can be listened to on several podcast hosting sites like Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. And we can also be found on our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Everything College Basketball.
Yes, make sure you are joining the group with a couple other 100 people and growing by the day as we march into year number 3 of the Everything College Basketball networking system. Now, let's get back to Conrad and Everything Pro Wrestling.
Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion opinions, the lesson, yes. By the fans, for the fans, not many in this can understand, this the podcast to show you who I am, Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans, please listen every day to the showcase, the opinions and knowledge that anyone can take, showing you how it is done, proving I am number one, what a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans, not many who's here can understand everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes.